Join us as we uncover the symbols, the stories, explore the mysteries, the power, and the legacy of a kingdom that is still unfolding. This is a journey where history, prophecy, power, and people converge, and the story is still being written, from ancient kingdoms to the spaces where modern voices meet. Voices that refuse to be silenced, part of a heritage that continues to shape the present. The past is not dead, it lives, it speaks, and here we listen, we reason, we respond, and we testify. We dive into ancient truths, symbols, and signs still relevant today. The scepter has not departed, the mystery is not lost, and the kingdom, it is still unfolding, one episode at a time. This is more than a podcast, it's a return to the source. Welcome to the Scepter of Zion, where ancient truths meet modern voices. And now, to conversations, truth, and power, the scroll begins to open. And here to guide us through the gates, your trusted voice and seasoned guide, a voice for the remnant, your host, Ruben B.
I bet you thought like, is this the Ruben B show? It can't be. Because he come in like soft and slow and stuff like that. You know why I'm doing it like this? My producer is not around. I'm getting ready to cut up. This stuff is getting ready to come unscripted, unedited, just raw. That's what I'm going to do today. So, be prepared, buckle up, get ready. I'm coming at you. I gotta come at you this time because this is some really, really powerful stuff. There's some really, really good stuff in here. And it's shocking. I'm shocking. Okay, let's start right here. And I'm gonna go right back to, this time we're going to Greece. And the only reason why I keep talking about Greece, Turkey, Rome, is because I was there. And you know what? It really means a lot to me to share this information with you. I think you're going to really love it. Neuroscience, the psychology and brain science, the brain doctor. Positive information reshapes your brain and your body. Positive words flip on that brain reward center like a light switch. Yeah. It gives you energy and drive, help you feel calmer, help you with more balance. We need that. Yep. Did I say it strengthens your self-worth? Did I say that? Strengthen your self-image? Well, I'm going to say it again. You start to internalize these encouraging words, and suddenly, that inner critic we all know so well, it stops sounding like that grumpy old drill sergeant and goes, it becomes your hype man. Yep. This positive input builds mental buffer against setbacks. Yep. That, my friend, is rooted in resilience. That's what we want to thrive at. That's what we want to be. Yeah. Let's get started. So if you don't know what was, how can you know what is? History isn't just some dusty scroll sitting in a museum. So they tried to delete these messages and the people. Who thought that they would be trending forever? Different tools, same ambition. To be remembered. To rule, to rise above the noise. Empires built marble halls, raised pyramids that still whispers their secrets. So before you swipe away the past like it's yesterday's feat, remember, if you don't know what was, you'll never know what is. You'll make the mistake thinking that this is something brand new. So welcome to the Scepter of Zion. where the past still speaks and crowns still shine. I'm your host, Ruben B, your guide through ancient empires, modern mysteries. The echo of divine legacy is taking a bold new twist. This episode, Up on This Hill. It was the thrill up on the hill and everybody was feeling real. Everybody had to look and it was written all over their face. Thank you, George. But it's also about understanding how the pattern of yesterday still shapes the power structure of today. So from the temples of Jerusalem and Egypt to the marble halls of Rome and the columns of Greece, it always symbolizes authority, linkage, and divine right. The blueprint was already written, just in a different tongue, different language. So let's begin. The Acropolis in Athens. So check this out. The Greek word for Acropolis is Akron, not Akron, Ohio, people. Come on now. So it also means the highest point. So that explains to me why I had to walk up this big old mountain, switching back and forth. It was set up on a hill overlooking Athens. So it has carried many layers of meanings and secrets throughout history. Here are some of the most important ones. The sacred geometry. The Acropolis is not just a collection of temples. The placement of its building follows precise mathematical ratios. The golden ratio. And its columns are slightly curved to create the illusion of perfect straightness. I'm gonna bring in a doctor from the Scepter of Zion to explain this. Hey, what's your title?
Neuroaesthetics.
One more time.
Neuroaesthetics.
Okay, that's a big word there. Okay, let me tell you what they found. What they found in this golden ratio. So this is actually found in nature, in shells, flowers, even in the galaxies, even in the human body. So we're part of this galaxy, y'all. So when we see this architect, the brain unconsciously recognizes this pattern, which creates a sense of order, beauty, and calmness. So this structure belongs to the natural order. Do you belong to the natural order?
Neuroaesthetics.
Oh, hey, stop. So also, the subtle curve of the columns trick the eye into thinking that it's straight. This design removes visual distortion, making the building appear more perfect than it actually is. That manipulation of perception reinforced the idea that truth and beauty are not what they appear to be on the surface. The secret message is encoded into the stones. So the illusion of perfection. So the study in, what is it?
Neuroaesthetics.
Yeah, the study there suggests that okay, stop. No, stop. So the study there suggests the exposure to symmetric proportion and mathematical harmony activates the brain, reward system, creating pleasure, focus, even inspiration. So these designs were designed to elevate the thought, pushing the mind towards contemplation of ideas like justice, order, and wisdom. So the mental part of this creates clarity, calmness, and inspiration through visual illusion. It embodies harmony with the cosmos, with the galaxy, with the universe. It invokes the awe and the connection between human, and the divine. For the Athenians, Athena Temple wasn't just a shrine. It was a material reflection of cosmic harmony. By embodying sacred proportion, this golden ratio, right? The building itself became a symbolic bridge between mortals and gods. Standing before the perfectly balanced, impossible straight structure, larger than life can trigger them all. So it's a state that's linked in psychology to humility, transcendence, and spiritual openness. The Parthenon, with its vast steps and towering columns, was designed to shift the consciousness into reverence. So the curvature, or the way they were curved, the columns and the harmony of the structure reflects the mystic idea that human effort, these so-called imperfect stones and flawed perception, it actually can be elevated into divine perfection. So go to Matthew 5:48, read that. So walking into the temple, Athenian would not only honor Athena, their wisdom goddess, but also experience the transformation of human limitation to divine order. Go to 1 Corinthians 14, verse 40. Check that out. Athena, the statue of Athena. In that temple, it was a treasury holding vast amount of gold. Where do you get that money from? So they say it came from other cities, states around Greece. Sure. Because the statue was draped in gold. Its sculpture told mythology or mythological stories that double as political propaganda, celebrating Athens as the center of the Greek civilization. So scholars suggest that Acropolis was linked to secret initiation rites that promise participants knowledge of life after death. Athens elites may have connected the Acropolis temple to these traditions using this architect as a ritual, as veiled teaching tube. Acropolis was also a symbol of an empire. Athens claimed leadership and wealth for itself, turning a sacred site into a political stronghold. So over centuries, Acropolis was transformed. Each transformation left hidden traces in the stones. The secret Acropolis lies in its mathematics, mythological symbolisms, both used as a treasury and a temple. So, Athens and Rome played a key early role in Christianity world, or for Christians. And there was decisions that symbolically passed between them. So if you don't know what was, you don't know what is. So we're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back. This next part, you're going to want to stay locked in, tuned in. So we'll be right back. welcome back. This episode here, this part 2 of Up on This Hill is power packed. So Athens represent Greek philosophy and wisdom. So Rome represent imperial power and law. By the 4th century, the Roman Empire officially absorbed Christianity into their structure under Constantine and at the Council of Nicaea. From that moment, Christianity was reshaped, check this out, from a Hebrew-rooted faith into a Greco-Roman religion. They transitioned from Hebrew wisdom into Greek. Rome later enforced this with its political authority and power. So you remember I told you in an earlier lesson that in the Bible that the Old Testament was translated to Greek. So that's proof right there that there was a shift going on right there, okay? So the Hebrew Israelite role in preserving true wisdom, right? The Israelite role was foundational and prophetic. Greek and Roman thinkers, they admired this. And so they also tried to reinterpret that wisdom. So the Israelite Messiah, Yahshua, the one you call Jesus, he taught in Hebrew context, in the synagogues and the temples. And then his message entered into the Greek world. So as Christianity spread, many leaders distanced themselves from the Hebrew law and the identity. Why did you do that? I don't know why, but I think I know why. To make the faith more acceptable to the Greeks and the Roman elites. This is where decisions in Athens and Rome and military might overshadowed the Hebrew laws and identity. So, in effect, Athens reframed Christian theology, and Rome institutionalized it, made it a law. The Israelites were guardians of divine wisdom, but Athens reshaped it. Rome reshaped it politically. So the Acropolis episode with Hebrew revelations confronted this Greek wisdom. So the Council of Nicaea, do you know what that is? Okay. If you don't know what was, you ain't gonna know what is. I like saying that. So I'm gonna tell you a little secret. I was there. Yeah. I was there with Constantine. He called himself Constantine the Great, but I wasn't that great about all that. The decision that he was trying to make wasn't nothing great about that. So, yeah, I was up there with one of those big fans, because it was hot. Man, it gets hot up there on that hill, especially in the summertime. So, I gave him like a bowl of grapes, cut up bananas. But what he really liked was my banana and wine that I created. So I got him a little tipsy off that wine. But when he dropped one of his grapes, I stuck a microphone right in the back of his head to see what he was thinking. That's right, I stuck a microphone right in there to see what he was thinking, man. You want to know what I heard? This is what I heard. Connie, calm down. Relax. Take another sip of this banana wine and let's try to get it together, brother. Come on, Constantine.
Neuroaesthetics.
Yeah, he needs that harmony that activates the brain reward system with all that screaming, man. You need to push your mind toward contemplation. Constantine. So the Council of Nicaea, which was 325 CE, was the first ecumenical, whatever it is. How you say that?
Ecumenical.
Yeah. One more time.
Ecumenical.
That was the first council of the Christian church. Basically the first worldwide gathering of bishops to decide on major issues of belief and practice. It was called by the Emperor Constantine the Great, who had just legalized Christianity in the Roman Empire in 313 CE. So here's what went down here. So Christianity at that time was spreading rapidly, but there were some disagreements about who Jesus was or Yahshua was. So a priest named Oris from Alexandria, Egypt, taught that Yahshua, Jesus, the Son of God, was created by God the Father, powerful and divine. Check this out. But not equal, but not eternal to the Father. What? Okay. Other church leaders argued against that and said that Jesus was fully one in essence with the Father, eternal, uncreated, and divine. What is that? Uncreated. Okay. So the argument was tearing the church apart. So Constantine wanted unity in his empire. So he summoned the bishops of Nicaea to make key decisions. So the council declared that Jesus, Yahshua, homeosos, which means the same essence with the Father, not a created being, but fully divine. Okay. So the Nicene Creed, they wrote a statement of faith, and they recite it in the church today, affirming that the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, or the Father, the Son, the Holy Ghost, however you want to do it. And they also, now here's where it goes sideways. Here's where it goes sideways. They have to rule on the date of when Easter was coming. And the church hierarchy. So the Council of Nicaea defined the Orthodox Christian belief about Yahshua, fully divine, equal with the Father. It set the precedent that when churches had a big disagreement, it could call on to decide the doctrines. It showed how tight the church has now become. And it was now tied to the politics. Constantine himself presided over parts of the meeting. So yeah, like I said, some of these churches had disagreements. They had their own ideas. One of them was chewing gum at night. It will bring you misfortune, so don't chew gum at night. Another one was a black cat running across the street. You got to turn around and go back. Another one is cutting your toenails at night. Might become crippled. Don't do it. Do not cut your toenails at night. Or the broken mirror, give you 7 years of bad luck. So if you break a mirror, do not look at it. Cover it up, then go throw it away. So, also the knock on wood. It wards off bad luck. After you had boast yourself with your ego tripping and stuff like that, then you knock on wood, it's going to ward off their bad luck. Yeah, that's what they wanted at their churches, man. They wanted to teach this and say this. I'm making that up. Okay, we're going to move away from this Council of Nicaea. So you saw what happened there. They're up on this hill, making these decisions that still affect the world today and the Christian religion today. So let's move over to Malta. Why am I talking about Malta? I like it. It was beautiful over there. Going back again, just Malta. So the clearest biblical mention of Malta is in Acts 28, verse 1 through 2. So the Apostle Paul was shipwrecked there. I don't think they had a ship pilot because, I mean, you see all this fog, man. Why don't you just stop? Why do you need to shipwreck? So the biblical name or the old ancient name of Malta is Melita. It's Melita. That's right. So before Paul, Malta was under the Polynesian colonization. 800 through 500 BCE. I don't know. I just don't understand this counting backwards. So if you're 100, right, and then your birthday come around again, you subtract, you go, okay, I'm 99, because we count down from 800 to 799. It gets too confusing. So the Polynesians often traded with the Israelites, established the island as a trading hub. The Polynesians were ancient Semitic people. They were famous traders, craftsmen, spreading influence across the Mediterranean from 1200 BCE to 300 BCE. So they had influence across the Mediterranean at that time. So the word Semitic comes from Shem, one of Noah's 3 sons, Shem, Ham, Japheth. And you can go to Genesis chapter 10, verse 1. So it is a biblical root. The Semitic means descendants of Shem. So Semitic basically equals Hebrews. So Semitic identity is tied to covenant linkage through Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Okay. We're coming to the bottom of the hour. We're coming to the end of the show. You want to tune into the next one. We're going to finish this thought. In the meantime, stay rooted in resilience. Remember that you live from that flame. I am your overthinking host, Ruben B. Until next time, bye.
Thank you for listening to this week's episode of the Scepter of Zion. If something stirred your spirit, sparked a memory, or whispered truth into your soul, don't keep it to yourself. Share it, speak it, walk in it. We invite you to invite others into the conversation, into the unfolding. This is more than a podcast. It's a movement returning to the root and rising with the call. Until next time, hold the line, guard the flame, and never forget who you are, because the kingdom isn't coming. It's already here and rising, one voice at a time.
You've been listening to the Scepter of Zion, a Kingdom of Shalom production. Subscribe, share, and join us as Zion rises again.